Hello everybody! How's everybody doing? It's been a while since I've been on here. Tonight I'm coming to you in my scrubs. Yesterday when I was getting ready, I was looking in my closet and saw all my scrubs hanging there. I'm like, oh, I really miss wearing my scrubs. And I was online last night with the girls from the well and I was telling them that and they said, well, get them out and wear them. I'm like, just wear them around the house? Like, yeah, why not? So I did. I put them on this morning, which inspired me to get back on here and teach you some more self-massage. So we are in our 5th week of this this life called Corona. And I'm going crazy. I'm going nuts. Yep, this is Name That Tune session. What tune was that? And who's the artist? Let's see some comments. I can't see any comments here tonight. Yeah, I know I better keep my day job, right? No, I love music. And actually last week I was having a really hard week. And this week I thought, nope, you're not doing that again, Lisa. You're going to have a good week. So every morning this week, I've gotten up, I put on my 80s music, I've done my workout to 80s music, and had a little dance by myself session too. So if you're feeling down, put some music on. That helps. Yeah, so since we all been home, well, not all of us, there's a lot of people out there working yet, but those of us that have been home these last 5 weeks, a lot of us have been on our phones, right? Or on our iPads or on the computer. And have you been feeling it like in your hands and stuff? Maybe some tingling going on, maybe some more at night, maybe some numbness, feeling it up in here. Well, I'm going to show you some self-massages and stretches that you can do to help relieve some of that. You could be having the start of carpal tunnel, possibly. You may have even been diagnosed with that. And what happens is your median nerve, which starts at your neck by C5 and T1, starts at your neck and it goes all the way down your arm and into your hand here. And there is a ligament that goes across there and that can get pinched or compressed, and that's what makes your hand tingle and go numb and hurt. Also, you may it may start up in here. You may not know that, but it may start up in here by your neck or in your pec muscles, and that may go all the way down into your hand, and that's where you're feeling it. So I'm going to show you some massages and stretches to do to help relieve that. Okay, we're going to start with massaging. Oh, and before that, your posture too can cause some of that muscle ache or, you're tingling and stuff. So we've been sitting on the couch a lot more. We've been, slouching. So that may. When you're sitting at your desk, a lot of people are at home now doing their work, sitting at their desk a lot, and you may be, on your keyboard, shoulders are forward. We want to make sure they're back. We want to make sure our desk is set up. A lot of times at work, big companies will have actual people come around and set their desk up so your posture is good. Now that you're home, you may not have that. But you want to have your screen so it's eye level, maybe even a little bit up, and make sure your keyboard is low enough so your arms are straight out and level. Another thing is I have a lot of clients that come with shoulder pain, neck pain, and I suggest to them to switch their mouse type. A lot of us have the regular mouse, and I advise them to switch to the joystick mouse, because if you see my hand here, this is holding a regular mouse, but watch as when I turn it, if you were holding a joystick, my arm goes closer to my body. You see that? And you always want your arm as close to your body as you can, and that will help in that pain. The ones that have switched to that have seen a big difference in that. All right, so I'm going to start out by showing you some massages on your hand and arm. And I want you all to get up and do these with me, okay? So if you're on your couch having a cocktail, put it down for just a little bit. I'll join you later as soon as I'm done. It's going to be happy hour. But yeah, I want you to do these with me. I've got quite a bit to show you, and I want you to do it with me because I know all of you are on your phones and your iPads a lot more right now, so you need this, okay? So the first one is going to be, we're going to do compressions on our forearm. So I want you to take, well, whichever hand is your dominant hand, because that's probably the one that's most sore. So mine's my right hand, so I'm going to take that, hold it like this, and I want you to make fists and bring it up and down. And as you're doing that, I want you to squeeze your forearm. Okay, you do that a couple times, up and down. And again, I'm just going to do short version. You can do this a lot more when you're on your own. Okay, and then turn your hand and do the same. We want to warm up these muscles before we do the stretching. That's why we're doing the massages first. Okay, then I want you to have your palm out, and I want you just to take your thumb and massage that by your wrist area here. And don't press too hard. Those of you that do have the start of carpal tunnel syndrome, that may be really tender in there, and you don't want to go too deep. Just go lightly over that, okay? And then you can massage your thumb muscles right in there, and then just go all the way down to your fingers. And that feels really good. Okay, and then, just do that for a while, as long as you want. Or if you have a significant other at home, they can massage your hand for you. Right. Okay, and then we are going to take our left hand, if you're working on your right, and take your knuckles, make a fist, take your knuckles, and just go all the way up from your wrist, all the way up to your elbow. And just do that a few times. Just getting those muscles all warmed up and massaged. You can turn your arm over, do it on your top of your forearm. And then when you're done with that one, we are going to do thumb cross fiber. So just take your forearm up and take your thumb, and then as you're pushing your thumb, you want to turn your arm over. And that's going to massage those muscles in there. Feels really good. And just go all the way down to your wrist. And again, I'm doing short version. You can do that a couple times both ways. Okay. All right. So then, your neck also, I had mentioned that it can be this, start up at your neck, because that median nerve starts back here. So we want to massage that neck. So again, we're using your knuckles, and we want to massage those scalene muscles. So just take your knuckle like this and come down. And come down. And you can go as far back as you can reach. You're all doing this with me, right? Come down. I can't see any comments because I had to push them away so I could see what I'm doing in my phone. Okay, so just do that a few times. That feels really good. And then there's another one that you can do for your pec muscles right in here. And I'm going to show you some stretches for that, but a massage you can do for your pec muscles is take your handy dandy pink tennis ball. And I'm not actually going to do this because it looks really weird when I do it, but what you do is take this and put this up against the wall and put it up against your pec muscles are right here in front. So place that right there up against the wall and just go up and down with that and just push against that ball on the wall. Okay? And that feels really good. Oh, and my music just went wacky. Okay, so now I'm going to show you some stretches, all right? So I'm going to get up on my chair here. Okay, so the first one I'm going to show you is extensor and flexor muscles. So your extensors are on top of your forearm and your flexors are on the underneath. So the first one we're going to do is you put your arms straight out in front of you, and it's going to be like you're revving up a motorcycle. The season's coming, peeps. Get those Harleys out, get them cleaned up. So you just want to, we're just stretching those extensors and flexors. So up and down. Okay? And do that about 10, 12 times. I'm just going to turn the side so you can see it this way. And then you can turn your fists up like this and do the same thing. Okay? And then you want to just take one arm, because we're going to pull back on our fingers, but take the one out, put your hand out, put your hand up, and just hold that for like 30 seconds. Those of you that have really tightness in there, in that median nerve, you're really going to feel that pull. So you don't have to flex your arm straight up as far as I can go. Some people are only going to be able to go that far, and that's okay. And the more you do this, the more you stretch it out, the further you're going to be able to go up. Okay? And then take for an extra stretch on this. And again, if it hurts, don't do this part, because we don't want to damage that more than, it hurts already. So you can take your other hand and pull back on that opposite hand. And that's a really good stretch. And then again, do the opposite. Go down. First hold that for about 30 seconds. And then if you want more stretch, pull that hand down. Okay? So when you're out here, now take that one arm, whichever one is the more sore one, most of the time it's going to be your dominant. From here, go over here. And can you feel that difference? You can feel that pulling all that way. I can. And again, stretch that up and then down. Again, hold for about 30 seconds one way, 30 seconds the other way. Okay? And then you can do that against the wall too and get a deeper stretch. So, can you see me here? Okay, so you put your arm against the wall here. Maybe if I just back up a little bit, you will see. Okay, so you just put your arm against the wall there, and you can feel that stretch. And you can put your arm this way. And then I'm going to show you with my other arm just for camera reasons. Put your hand against the wall with your hand facing behind you. And then, so you're there, equal, take a couple steps forward. See how that feels. You can really feel that stretch in here. We want to open up those pec muscles. We want to get that loosened up in there so that nerve that runs down isn't pinching anywhere. Okay. Another one you can do is in a doorway. So you got your doorway here. Lean against that. Lean forward. Put your hands against the doorway and lean forward. And you'll be able to feel that stretch there. You can, go lower or you can go higher on the doorway and you're going to be able to feel that stretch. Okay. Another one is if you have a belt, or you can take, I've seen it done with a towel, but I guess the easiest one for me is a belt. So take a belt, sit on it, I don't like the belt. Remember back in the day, our generation, when we were naughty, we used to get the belt. Can't do that anymore. That's because kids are so good nowadays, they don't need it, right? Okay, so sit on your belt and pull it over your shoulder. Now this is going to be a stretch for, so where that nerve meets that C5 and T1, sometimes that first rib, you want to stabilize that. So this is a good stretch for that. So just pull down on your belt. Take a couple deep breaths here. Pull down and you're gonna feel, it feels so good. You're gonna feel that stretch in there. And then to intensify the stretch, put your head, lean your head towards your left shoulder, or opposite if you're working on your left side. And then you can move the belt a little further out and do the same thing. Okay, and then you can do some traction to your wrist. So you just hold your wrist and just pull it. And just pull it a few times. And that feels really good too. Okay. I'm going to see if anybody has any questions, any comments. I'm just going to look through my comments here. Hi, Cheyenne. Hi, Patty. Brett, Todd, Lori, Andrew, Leah, Crystal, Joanne, John, Brian. Oh, some of my clients are on here and I miss you guys. Really miss you. I've had, people call and text wanting, in pain, wanting to know if they can get in and get a massage, and I'm really sorry. It's hard for me because, that's my passion, is to help people, and especially when they're in pain. I just don't like seeing that, but I can't do it at this time because if I would get caught, my certification could be gone. I could get a fine, up to 90 days in jail, so I'm really sorry that I can't help you, and hopefully this that I'm doing on Facebook Live can help a little bit. I know it's not the same, and as soon as I can get back to work, I will be calling my people that were on my schedule already that I had to not see. I'll be calling them first to schedule, but if you would like a massage, once I open up, leave a message on here, Facebook message me, text me, 507-276-1675, and I can't wait to see everybody. So hopefully this helps. One last thing, if you could, I know some of you have probably seen this on my Facebook page already, but if you could continue to pray for my friends Jen and Dave that were in a serious motorcycle accident. Continue to pray for them. They're both still in the hospital. And then also another friend's son, who is 1 year old, was diagnosed with leukemia, and he's in the hospital right now, starting treatments and everything. So please keep them in your prayers. It's a very hard time. Like I told you last week, I was, had a hard week, feeling sorry for myself, no income coming in yet, blah, blah, blah. But life is still going on. outside this corona thing. And, you know, those of us that are home and healthy, we can really count our blessings and be grateful that we are at home and we are healthy. Now looking at my friends' situations, motorcycle accident, little boy with leukemia, I mean, that's really sad. And yeah, it always could be worse for us, right? So count our blessings, and pray for those people, okay? Thank you so much for watching. We're going to get through this together with God's help. All right, have a great rest of your night, you guys. Love ya. Bye-bye.